Okay everyone, hello internet. This is my Triumph 750 Tiger that I'm selling on eBay. I bought this bike as a pile of bits in I think 2008 or 2010 and rebuilt it and rode it, but I haven't ridden it for about 5 years, apart from around the block a couple of times. So I'm going to sell it, and the other reason is this space that I'm in with some friends, we're going to lose this space in a couple of months probably. So unfortunately I've got to thin down my collection, so this is the last one I'm going to sell. So it's a 750 Tiger TR7RV, matching numbers, made in May 1973. And it's, as you can see, it's not standard, it's somewhat customized. So I'll start at the front. The wheels have new alloy rims, stainless spokes, and new tyres. The disc is a Norman Hyde one, so it's a bit better than standard, a bit lighter. The front brake caliper is a Magura, no, Grimeka, beg your pardon. So it's an alloy caliper, so it's a bit lighter. Venhill braided hose, and the master cylinder is from, I think, a Ducati 750. I think that came from. Anyway, it's the right size and it works very well. It's a good brake, especially for an old bike. The head bearings are taper roller. Headlight is an H4 conversion. The speedo reads 8,000 miles, but don't take any notice of that. 37 miles, I think that was the last time I took it out. The engine was rebuilt by me. The crank was balanced, the pistons and conrods were all balanced, so it runs smoother than you think it might do. It's an oil-in-frame model with a oil filter in the base of the oil tank. That's that spine part of the frame. It runs really well. It's easy to start. It's got a Mikuni carb on it, which is a great improvement, I think, over the old AMAL. I had to fashion a very rudimentary air filter to go on it because, as you can see, you've got the oil tank in the way, but it is an air filter and it does work. So it was rebuilt with new valves, new springs, new piston rings and a hone, and I will carry on going around it. It's got short megaphones, so it's really quite loud, bear that in mind. It has the 60s style side panels on it. The rear mudguard is a stainless one with this Lucas type light in place of the original Triumph one. The shock absorbers were new, but I don't know what brand they are. They're not Hagon, I don't think, but they're fine, they work very well. The primary is a belt drive from Tony Hayward, a guy who made them for many years and sadly died recently. So it's very good, so it's lighter and smoother, and the clutch is arguably better than the standard one. The tank, as you can see, is a custom colour. I had that done a sort of orangey bronze metallic. The side panels also are black metallic, so in the sun they look really good. The frame was powder coated before I got it. I rewired it myself, so it now has a Wassel remote electronic ignition. Several behind the side panel is the fuse box, a four-way fuse box, and some relays, so that it's now when you operate the switches up at the up at the handlebar or on the headlight, it's operating a relay down here, so you'll get more of your 12 volts are ending up where they're supposed to go. That's what I'm trying to say. So that's it. If you buy it, you will have to get a battery for it, because the battery in there, I've just borrowed one from another bike. And I think that's about it. That's about all I can tell you. I will post another video of it running and provide a link to that. So I hope you like it. It's a very fine thing. I call it my hippie hooligan bike. It's reminiscent of something some young tearaway would ride in the mid-70s. Some likely lad with long hair and a few Hawkwind albums at home. So me, basically. Anyway, the stickers on it are from an event I took part in Andorra, in the Pyrenees between France and Spain in 2015. So that's the last time I really rode it a lot. And it has been sitting under a dust sheet in this storage space for most of the rest of the time. I have done probably about 2,000 miles on it in the time I've had it, and it's never let me down. It does drip oil a bit, but you can make them oil tight, but I didn't succeed. It's probably the push rod tubes or something like that. So bear in mind that, and you've got a nice St. Christopher's to help you on your way. Make sure you don't have any accidents. The little tool bag is included. There's no tools in it. So there you are. I hope you like it, and if you do, have a bid and bid what you think it's worth. There's no reserve. I'll just let it run until the end, and I'll just turn the electrics on so you can see everything works. I wired it so that the pilot light front and back and the tail light come on with the ignition, because when I've ridden it in France and Spain, I kept forgetting. I got pulled over by a gendarme once. He was not very happy, but he was all right in the end. I think he just wanted to look at the bike. So the side light comes on, and then the headlight, as you can see, dip and dip and main, and the horn, and the rear brake light. And that's it, I think. Happy bidding. Okay, here are 2 boxes of spares that go with the Triumph 750. So in here I've got a spare head gasket, that base filter unit, the rev counter drive. The rev counter on this I have taken off, and I've blanked the drive off, but that's the drive should you want to fit it. I don't think it's necessary on one of these old things. Various bits and bobs. I don't know what some of these things are. The original points are in there. Drive, gearbox drive shaft thing. Another point, auto advance, dust covers. A funky oil cooler thing that goes on top of the head in place of the pipes. A pair of footrests. For some reason I've got those, I don't know why. Various ironmongery that holds mudguards on. Wiring loom. A original Lucas switch. The other half is down there. God knows what they are. A surround for the tacho headlamp bulb. Clutch basket. This has a primary belt drive, so that was not used, not needed. It's actually in pretty good nick. Yeah, it's a bit worn. That you might better clean that up if you really had to. I have a full set of manuals. There's a little owner's book, the Triumph workshop manual, the factory one, which is very good. Replacement parts catalogue, and a wiring diagram of my wiring. In here are various things that came with it. This is the original Tiger 750 airbox for the single carb. There's a tacho, some engine bolts that I've acquired over the years, I don't know, some Tiger 750 side panel badges. I don't think they're the right one for this model, but I like that. The tank badges, they're probably correct for the year, don't know. Bits and pieces all included with this.